What's up? Uh, this is going to be a review on the Kershaw lucha with the fly tie handles because, as everyone knows, the handles it comes with stock are almost you almost can't use them. Okay, they're so damn heavy. I don't know what the actual weight is on those handles, but I know whenever I took them off, I put them in the box along with the latch, and those handles, along with the latch, weighed, well, at least felt like it weighed more than the knife itself, which was crazy to me to think about. That those handles weighed that much. So, with that being said, this is much more tolerable, for sure. It's yeah, it's better in every aspect. I mean, it's definitely a lot better even in the terrifying range, because like this, it's actually pretty light this way. Like there's not a whole bunch of weight here. Um, so when you do cut yourself, it's minor. It's not as big as whenever you have those heavy stainless steel handles slamming into your fingers. You know, with the blade. So if you get your hand in there like that, this titanium does a lot less than those stainless steel handles, for sure. Now, with that being said, you will still cut yourself. This knife does come nice and sharp. I actually went ahead and sharpened it myself, just because I prefer my edge over most factory edges. So I got a little bit sharper. I mean, it's pretty sharp. If it hits you, and if there's any type of jarring movement, it'll give you a nice slice. Um, I was actually trying to see if I'd cut myself there, but I don't think I did. I have pretty thick skin, so it's maybe I did. I did. Yeah. Like I said, I have decently thick skin, so I'm a knife maker, so a lot of my skin is actually pretty dead. So it's I have a little bit of an advantage. I don't really feel it as much because it's all calloused up. Um, but anyway, um, this knife with titanium handles, the way to go. I actually really enjoy this knife with the fly tie handles. I mean, it's not super expensive. Um, well, when compared to other knives on the market, it's not. I think all in all, I'll be in this knife about $280 when I get my new bearings in, which compared to replicant at 350 to 400, compared to uh, you know a sliff or whatever it's called at about 400, 450. A Medusa, which is about the 450 range, but on secondhand market they're going for like 700. Crazy. As compared to all those, um, this is a lot better bang for your buck in my opinion. Now it does have drawbacks, of course. It can only be as good as the price will allow the materials to be. This isn't the highest grade of titanium. This isn't the best blade. I mean, although it's not a bad blade, it's 5150. Um, it's not bad, but there's definitely better options out there. I mean, it is what it is. It's for some people, if this is your grail, right? Like this is your price point grail, you would never spend more than $300 on a knife, more than $250 on a knife. This is a good option. Okay, I would recommend going with this. Um, for those people that spend, for those people like me that'll spend $2,000 on a knife, the right knife. Um, this is a beater. I mean, that's what it is. I anodize these myself. Um, that's why it's shitty. I didn't care enough to try and make it super matched or anything. It's just flame anodized. All right, nothing super pretty. It does run on bearings, which is a deterrent for some. Um, I don't mind bearings, especially on a knife that's this at this price point, I mean, you get what you pay for, okay? And to be honest, if you did get bushings in a knife at this price point, you're probably not going to get tuned right, and you're going to have to spend, forever tuning them. I mean, BRS is having their issues with their bushing knives, and their knives cost double what this knife cost. So, for that aspect, I'm happy to see it on bearings. There's not really any tuning issues there. I can't speak for everyone's lucha, but mine, the tolerance on it, pretty good. Okay, I mean that's very minimal play, almost nothing. It's there, but especially for a knife at this price point, it's almost nothing. And of course, with the play being that little, it's rock solid. There's no tap, absolutely none. I mean, it flips wonderfully. It's because it is on bearings, it's a little bit less consistent than a bushings knife, right? There's your noise. Anyway, because it is on bearings, it's a little bit less consistent of a flipping feel than bushings, but overall, I mean, this is a fantastic knife, and I would recommend that this is a pickup for anybody who is either getting into the hobby and this is your price point. I would recommend picking one of these up. I would. Or for someone who, like me, I have Bally Ballistics, I have Ceronis, I have JK Monarch. I have those knives. I have a one-off Sentinel, and of course replicants. But for me, this knife, it's just, you can't beat it. I mean, you can, because it's my beater, but you just can't really beat it, in my opinion. Now, I know that the Squiddies, or not the Squiddies, the Squid Industries has their Kraken. I'm not actually sure what the price range or the price points on them are. I've never actually flipped one even, so I can't tell you that this is better than a Kraken or worse than a Kraken. I've heard great things about them, so I would say that it's probably at least just as good or better, but then again, I can't tell you for sure. I would assume, just because of the hype that surrounds them, that they're better, but I can't give that definite answer for sure. All in all, though, I mean, this is a great knife. It's a fun knife. It's a big knife, too, so that's nice. I have not super massive hands, but I have chunky hands, right? So with that, you have these nice long handles, which gives you plenty of room, especially if you're learning, to figure out your placement, figure out how to move your fingers around, and you won't run out of handle as quickly if you're newer, and it'll give you more time to kind of keep from working your way down the knife, and vice versa. It just gives you a lot more maneuverability. So for that reason, I do actually enjoy the size of this knife, which not many knives can even come close to the size of this one. Let's see. What do we got here? Trusty. I think it's 10. I think it is 10. Yep, it's pretty much right at 10 right there. So yeah, about 10 inches, which is pretty big for a butterfly knife, to be honest. But like I said, I enjoy that. And another thing, if you do like to use your knives, you can definitely use this knife. There's nothing wrong with that. I use it every now and then. No reason for me not to. It's a good knife. It's got a stonewash finish on this, so it hides scratches very well. My anodizing, as far as that goes, I could care less, and if it does get scratched up, perfect. I'll take it, remove all this off, and I'll redo it, and probably redo it right. Get a nice blue or purple on there. Other than that, this video's gone on long enough. There's nothing more to say. If you can pick one up, go ahead and pick one up. If it's out of your price range, that's fine too. Completely understandable. But I think that's going to be it for me. Flips wonderfully. It struggles in a few areas like Chaplin's. I find aerials are a little bit inconsistent just because it is on bearings, and bearings are just kind of grainy. That's really all it boils down to for me. But I think that'll be it. I'm going to go ahead and head out and go make me a sandwich and call it a night. All right. Peace out, guys.